Good day, everybody. We will be with you shortly. Welcome, Crypto Mike. We'll be getting started here in a minute 58. Good morning, everybody. We're getting those servers serving, streamers streaming, getting those electrons excited up into a higher orbit just to bring you the greatest edutainment ever in the crypto industry. Pedro and I are got our feet on the little spinning wheels generating electricity to bring you all the best. Get started here in 1 second or two. Drop some comments. Let us know you're hearing us. Ooh, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever in the world is you're coming to us from. Good day here from DYOR Live. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here on the DYOR Media Network. So glad to be hosting another episode of this great show here on November 12th. That's right. Only about 3 days till Christmas left. And can't believe how the time flies. Got a great show for you today. Why is that? Why would we have a great show for you today? Why would that be? Pedro Garcia, why would we have a great show for you today? Because it's Technical Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, thank the Lord, God Almighty, that Pedro's microphone was off during that intro. You can see he was singing in my ear. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Technical Tuesday, that's where the charts get reviewed. We talk technical analysis of what's going on with all the top cryptos here, and who does that. Who leads that part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Pedro Garcia.
Hey guys, how you doing today? What's up? How's everybody doing? The market is rife with fear that we might be dropping, but lo and behold, we are not. Like I said to many of our viewers yesterday, we're just pulling back. So this baby's been on a scream like a beast. But before we get into Bitcoin real quick, or should I go into Bitcoin right now?
Tell everyone what they need to do with social media first.
Yes, please. Will you please hit the like, subscribe, and share button to your local preferred, watering hole social media platform that you like to look at. All of you guys over on Rumble, thanks for coming in today. We appreciate every one of you because Rumble is the one that pays big daddies. So we want to thank you guys very much. If you guys could do us a favor and please hit that like and share button. We're trying to grow that viewership over there because they literally pay us 20 times to 100 times more than YouTube. So the more we can grow over there, the better. But we're also want to say thank you. Please hit that like, subscribe, and jump in there and comment. Please tell us where you're coming from or where you would like to be coming from. As everybody here knows, I love to be on the beaches of San Diego or some shiny white beach with a nice view. But apart from that, I'm here with you guys because I love going over the charts and I love our community and we rock the mic like rama lama la ding da dang dong chang chang jangity chang bop. That's why we
That's right for sure.
I don't know, my pitch was pretty off, so there's no way they're gonna be able to catch that one. How's everybody doing today? It's been a beautiful day. Thank you guys for sharing that, hitting the like and share button. Again, we're trying to build our stuff over on X as well. X is the second biggest pair. Please, you guys over at X, you guys stare at us like the police, legit, everywhere I go.
Whoa.
Stop staring and say something to me. Come on, you guys over at X. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't know where I'm getting this from today, dude.
I don't know, but you can hear the cult of chant music there because of singing.
Oh, dang, that hurts. You cut me deep. You cut me deep.
All right, sir. I got the Bitcoin. I got the Pedro review screen up. What's going on with Bitcoin, Pedro? A lot of people are obviously saying there's going to be a pullback. Some people have said the pullback has been done, and now we're just going to him. We got Crypto Life over here on the other channel. He's got the thing going up to 100K here within just a day or two. And you're saying, no, we need more of a pullback here. What is the story?
Well, there is volume for both. There is a story for both here. You guys can see here that we have a good amount of volume coming in, especially from the space area. And then from there, we're seeing it as we started topping off right up in these levels, which is where we kind of want to see volume kind of come in to let me know that if I see big volume coming in at the very top, okay, in a sense, and then we also have big volume on the bottom, but before that, before it really starts to get going again, this is a good sign saying, hey, we'll probably pull back here, and it might be the end of the pullback. So when you look at that 4-hour 8 period moving average, we did hit it. We put in some pretty good demand wicks here, and we potentially could be pushing back up to hit a 90,000. Now it was really interesting. We hit 90,000 or 89,933, which I thought was really just random number. But Cena said it. Pull back over the last over the evening. We potentially are kind of picking up. So it all depends on how we end this 4-hour candle here for this period. We did kind of pull back a little, establish some orders, and now we're pushing back up. So that's actually a good sign, potentially saying that we could be potentially moving up to that 100 period moving average. I think it's been just screaming. So I would think it's the way the institutions work is that they would want to wait and kind of see, right? They're going to establish a position here and either do a sell-off or a push back up to the next leg up. They put in a rally-based rally here at this level here, which is sitting around where we're at right now for the last, morning and into the early morning period. So it's just kind of interesting to see what they're doing here. It is interesting also to see that institutions are sitting there and like almost foaming. I mean, at the mouth. It's really interesting because we're watching them going like, oh my goodness, like this is stupid money. Like the percentages here are stupid, right? And even at these levels. So I just think it's kind of cool to see what's actually happening, that we're seeing institutions are almost becoming a little FOMO-ish. So I think it's funny.
They're FOMOing after Saylor dropped $2 billion into the market yesterday.
Yeah.
Came out that it was him that bought that buy. That was big news, and that caused the FOMO. But Pedro, in the discussions about if we were to utilize our sponsor below here, BidFi, and their central exchange trading platform, and pick a point to go long, what's your number for that? Where would you say we're going to come back down to, and where would we get in the market with our demo account?
I would say right here is really.
Are they complaining about my mic again?
Oh, it looks like
you sound like the pop, Tom. Fix your mic. The popo. I sound like the popo. What?
You sound perfect to me, so I don't even know
check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
See that.
One. Check.
This is the popo here. This is got popo 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12. We got car dealer in San Francisco.
Echo chamber.
Needs to be beat up.
Go back to normal here.
Is he normal, guys? What's going on? Echo of all echoes. Oh, wow, you're getting a big echo. Let's see what's going on. Let me see if I can hear you. Oh, yeah.
Check 1, 2. 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Dang.
Seriously, this whole time I've had an echo? I only have one microphone on here. And let me look into this here. I figured it out. How about that? Check.
What happened?
Well, because I told everyone I was going to be making my audio better. I actually made it worse, but I think we should have the echo fixed right now. This whole time, and I was trying something new. I was ignoring the comments here. We're going to get her into BTC. Then I was going to address the viewers, talk to you guys, all this type of stuff. So I ignored the comments, and I see it goes way back to the beginning. Tom, you have an echo.
By the way, guys, thank you so much for all 10 of you guys who are watching. We appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming in today. We're going to go over some cool stuff today. I've had a few people actually send me some stuff to look at for Technical Tuesday. So we're going to go over those as well. If any of you guys want to know Crow with Knife, Mystery Mary, and then so we're gonna go over that, and that was because Kova Crypto, he hit me up and said, hey, I want you to go over these, brother. I appreciate it. And so I said, all right, most def, man. We definitely will.
Most
definitely. So if I was going to be looking to get long at a pullback at an area, it would be really right here at this level. Now, I know this is a little bit further than what people want, but like you guys know, like I'm looking for buyers, right? So these are the areas that I would be really kind of interested to be purchasing as a pullback. And that would be that 79,000, 78,000 area here. And that would be pretty much around that 8-period moving average, coming back down, tapping this, and then potentially seeing it go higher. So I look more kind of if I was going to get a pullback, these are the areas that I want to be looking to get into.
Since I can't see those numbers, what numbers?
It's going to be 79,722 to the 78,420.
So thinking there's going to be a pullback into that area before blasting off. I was talking to somebody who comments regularly on the show. They're probably in the comment section. And they've been predicting since the beginning of the year. And I got to tell you, in thinking about it, they were predicting that November 15th was going to be one of the big days that we'd reach like into the high 90s or mid 90s. And it almost reached that. It almost reached it. But what do you think is going to take
Absolutely.
to make it go there? Is it going to dip down into the 70s first, or is it going to sneak into back into the 90s before the pullback?
Right now, it's all a guess. The reason why is because I don't see anything on the daily where it shows that it's actually had a bunch of, like, it pulled back a little to go back up, right? So that's, for me, I would sit there and go, okay, well, we didn't pull back here. It's going to have to come back and test this. But if not, it very much come up and touch that 100,000. I mean, literally in 2 days, we went from 76,000 to 90,000. I mean, that's 15,000 points that we've seen literally in 2 days. And volume isn't necessarily looking like it's stepping in. I mean, yes, we have a lot of sell volume today, but half of that sell volume is buy volume. So like if you look at the 4 hour, right, like here you go, like this is from last night.
Yep.
Here is today, in early mornings to the early or to the morning. Now we're more in the afternoon, and we're coming down into these levels here. And so it's just, we very much could push up into the 100,000 area. This area here is fun because really what I look for is the smaller time frames where I'm looking in to see, are we putting in demand wicks or supply wicks? You can see here, as we were pushing, we didn't put a lot of demand wicks until we came up into the higher level. But now that we're kind of we're pushing through this, we came down, we put in a bunch of demand wicks, the established orders here. I could sit there and see it pushing up and hitting the 100,000 pretty easily. So it's always a little bit timid right here when we first kind of get it going, right? Let me pull something up here real quick. Los Angeles 9.
I'll tell you what, I know how to push it to 94 really easy, and I don't have to call Sailor up and say, can you drop more money in? What I'll do is I'll just open a little short position, and then it'll rocket right up. Your face is not believing it.
The thing is, I just don't like you saying that, because the truth is, you're a pretty good trader.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the negative stereotype there I have of the trading.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
But Chuck Jansen will sit there and go, "Yup, I knew this 4 years ago."
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, I'll put it like this. So half of trading is psychology. If you talk to anybody, Crypto Life or anybody who's traded, psychology is, I could say, 90% of it, because once you get your edge, right, then, like, meaning you pick a strategy, you figure out strategies that go your way. Means you spent time going through the statistics of your trading and use your technical analysis or use your fundamental analysis. And then once you have your edge, you have your statistical analysis that literally back up your trading. And moving forward, it's all psychology, whether this is really going to work or not. And you fight with yourself. And so that's 90% of it. As you move forward, once you become a successful trader and you get that edge, it's all psychology after that, right? And if you're diligent at looking at the charts, then your diligence will make you bad, or make you really good, I was gonna say bad trader, but I was like, no, man, that dude's bad at it, like he's sick. So I realized that's not the best terminology. So you'll be good. And so that's why I'm always on you, like, Tom, you're a good trader. I went through and I've checked out your trading on the actual, as a degen with the account. I was like, dude, you traded that well. I was like, good job. Granted, we got some of that stuff got eaten up by the fees, but you did pretty good, bro. So,
Well,
like,
I tried.
yeah.
Get back into it though.
And so the reality is you just not got to get over this for you. And that's for most of our viewers, is that if you guys have gone through, checked out the charts, got your edge, now it's really saying, okay, I'm a good trader. And when a trade goes against you, don't sit there and be like, oh, I suck. Sit there and go, okay, why? Why did this happen? What did I miss? And then sit there, is this a fluke situation, or does this keep happening to you? You just haven't seen it yet. And then you create rules and you create a new edge for that. And you slowly just get better and better, and you just chip away at that at those statistics, and you just getting better and better. So, you know, so I just want to encourage you.
Hopefully this is sage advice from the man in the box. Derek Kaching, good day. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Crypto Mike, I wonder how many all-time highs Bitcoin will have today. Maybe none. Maybe none. Extreme Car Care coming all the way to us. Was it Birmingham or Manchester? I can't remember. Manchester, right? Who else? God Almighty says I sound double, but apparently you raised your hand and did some blessings, and my echo went away. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
Alpha Wolf's in the house here. I'm going to go into my house and sign onto the laptop. Spread the word.
Spread the
As he
word.
does a soft shell for robotic something, the RET community. Get them to join us, and we'll go over their chart for sure.
Absolutely.
Who else we got in the house here? Dar Baby says we live in
Dar baby.
Yes, got that fixed. Thankfully, Chuck, echo of all echoes. And yes, I was correct. My memory is not going off the cliff yet. Manchester. I don't think we asked you this question. Maybe we did. City or United? I always ask that from people from Manchester, and they say one of two things. Well, they say either City or United. Or they say, I moved here from somewhere else, so I'm a such and such fan. But I can't ever wear my shirt without the fear of getting hooliganed.
Which is a real thing. Man, I watched the I can't believe how violent that they get. I mean, it's like Raiders and 49ers back in the Battle of the Bays. I'm dating myself there, but...
He doesn't do football. Good for you. I am proud of you, Extreme Car Care. I'm very proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you. Living in Manchester and not doing football is almost impossible. Someone just bought a 30K buy into the Infineon pre-sale. There's a 60K buy one the other day. Somebody knows something. Oh, yeah, no more Battle of the Bays. The Raiders are gone.
Yeah, I know.
Oakland screwed that one up.
Yeah.
Where'd they go now this time? Vegas?
Yeah.
Is that where they are now? Vegas?
Yeah.
A's are gone. Where'd the A's go?
I think they went to it's been a minute since I've been following the A's, but I was part of like the Bash Brothers as a kid, like Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire.
I don't know why I don't know where the A's went. That's how much I paid attention to baseball this year. As a season ticket holder at Wrigley Field for 23 years. Not anymore. And all of a sudden, it just dropped off. Baseball dropped off my radar.
Las Vegas.
Past 2 years. The A's moved to Vegas, too. The A's and the Raiders moved to Vegas. Well, imagine having... I hope they have an indoor stadium in Vegas.
It'll be hot.
Balls.
Dude.
July afternoon game.
Oh, you're talking, dude. But there's so much money going into Vegas now. It's ridiculous, dude.
Oh, it's crazy.
Dude, you talk about... I have a friend of mine who bought a
Constantine
house.
in the house. Thanks for joining us, Constantine. 1492.
It is good to have you, Mr. Constantine. Yeah, I had a friend of mine who literally bought... basically, she went out there. She became a, she had extra jobs, and but she went out and she bought, and this was during after 2008. The whole entire industry just completely shattered over there, right? And so she went through and just started working really hard and buying houses. They were dirt cheap. I mean, like stupid. And so she bought a few houses and then got a few renters in, and anybody who would come in, she would actually help. And this is before Airbnb came about. And so what she would do is people who would come and enjoy her services, she would give them housing deals and stuff like that, right? For like the weekend or a month or whatever, which would cover the cost. And so she had her own little Airbnb thing. And long story short, she ended up like acquiring quite a few houses and has a big house now up in like the hills and stuff like that. She always said, she hits me up every now and then. She goes, "Hey, why don't you come up and hang out?" And just purely friends, nothing weird. But I'm just like, I can't. There's just no way that I can. I'm so busy. She's like, "You can work anywhere." I go, "Yes, but you know how much of a homebody I am. I don't like that."
Homebody. People on the show would not consider you a homebody. They think you're out there rocking the town, clubs till 4 a.m. every night.
I could if I wanted to. Definitely know how to.
Me too, but they'd be like, "Who's Grandpa over there?"
Nah, bro, you pull it, bro. I literally thought to myself, your hair's a little longer now, but I thought if you, but I thought if you just shaved it, like just straight up, like, like buzz, not like bick it, but buzz it. You know what I'm saying? I do like a little high and tight, dude. You got the good face, you got a good head, man. Like I was like, you could pull it off. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get back to the charts here. Okay, guys. So here real quick, let's go over some major charts here. Also
waiting for the hair pullback for Pedro, so because that's when you go long. Hey, Sue says you're gonna have a mullet soon. That's correct. I was letting this stuff grow. Let me get the comments back up here. I was letting it grow for Halloween because I was letting it grow for a while anyway, but I got long into it and I was like, let's just let it go to Halloween, and then if perchance I need long hair for a costume, it'll be perfect. Because I wanted to go as one of the Bee Gees, Andy Gibb, or something like that. One of the Gibbs, and put the white suit on and the white shoes and have the big 80s fro going for. But we ended up going to an 80s party, not a 70s party, so it didn't work out. Rollin' Rod in the house. Hey.
What up, Rollin'?
Hey, effers. Bag up on Pokemano. Nice shill there. Okay, I'm back. Your mic is working great. Thanks, Alpha. Staying alive.
By the way, so I want to throw out some news here, which I thought was really interesting, and then we're going to go into some stuff with it. So Ethereum, which you, not you sent me, I was looking at this, and what I found really interesting about Ethereum is that there is so much money inflowing into it right now. It's kind of crazy to see the money coming into Ethereum, where it's almost been dead. And so what I find interesting is that even with the pullback that's happening, typically people are like, "Oh no," right? You're seeing inflow coming into Ethereum. So I'm expecting Ethereum to see a little bit of a boost here as we come down into that 8 period here. And so with that, guys, be looking for even like that layer 0-1 area to really start seeing some spiking with fees. If Ethereum can really help themselves out and get over the fee issue, I think very much you could see Ethereum skyrocket to 5,000 easily. They just got to work that out right now with, the usage of the layer 1 of people buying in on Ethereum. It just hurts a lot of projects, right? Especially newbies who don't necessarily know to get a wrapped ETH or somehow to get in or get out without high fees. So that's something that they're going to need to work through. But I think they already have. I think there's something that's happening we don't know about. Sooner or later, that's going to be. I think it's already being shown in the actual chart as we speak. Just not yet. We just don't know the information yet. So you can see right here as we push up, and the area that I'm looking for Ethereum to pull back to is really that 2974 area, that 8 period moving average setting right here. I wish we had a daily zone area in that, or even a wick, a good wick, but we don't have much there except for just the 8 period. The 8 period is looking pretty strong, so I like it like that. Jumping back. Go ahead.
How high did Ethereum get there?
Oh yeah, it literally got up to 3,400, bro. Almost 3,500. It was 3,450-ish area.
It was literally just 2,300.
Like
5 days ago.
Literally 2,400, and it sent as almost 1,000, man. Or did it went to 1,000? It shot up 1,000 points. This is institution money coming in, slowing down. Everybody's jumped, and the majority of people bought in right up where all the novices are about right here. Right, you can see as it pushed up, you saw the institutions coming in and meeting the orders there, and then starting to sell it off. And then as it drops down even further, what's going to happen is those people are looking for that quick gain are going to be like, forget it, and release their shorts. And then the institutions are going to be on the other side buying it back and then pushing it back up, which is the common thing that we see in institutional work. So be mindful of that. So if you guys are really long and you're really bullish on Ethereum, just buy in at the lower parts. And so like I like this area right here. Like I said, that 2700 area looks pretty hot. 2700, 2900 potentially. So I like this area. So right here, where the 200 and 400 day period moving average, we could either see it tap that 8, or we could see it come down to that 4, which would be that 2700. So, and most people understand like something that was once resistance now becomes support. So here's the resistance, and so this would typically come down, find support. So I would expect it to maybe open up at that 8, come down, wick down into that 2700 area, and then push back up for the Ethereum. Now, we talked about also last week that we should be looking and waiting for an S&P 500 drop, right? Potential, which was right in here. It was in October. We talked about this sell-off right here that was happening. But now you can see since Trump's win, okay, since Trump, something's off here. What's wrong here? It doesn't seem right. Am I tripping?
Ladies and gentlemen, Pedro has a question. Is he tripping?
Am I tripping here?
So that's the S&P 500 chart. It boomed the past.
Yeah. Okay. I'm tripping.
Election. It just went nuts.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My brain just, for whatever reason, so I was looking at this chart. I was sitting there just like, wait. And then I realized, yes, this is it. So, anyway, sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm expecting us to see, as you guys have seen, as the market was going up on the S&P 500, you can see that the enthusiasm died out, but people are still very much bullish. So they put an all-time high, expected to come back down to that 58 area, as well as potentially the 57 area as we come down and find demand at these lower levels, and then see it potentially push back up. You guys can see since Wednesday that we've had an explosion, literally a 200-point rally, which for traditional, a traditional market, that's almost 5%. And within a week, that's a pretty big deal.
Stock market, that people are going to the club and getting out the Cuban cigars and getting $100 million bonuses and stuff like that for that 5%. And we're like this, meh.
Yeah, crypto. Yeah.
Now, what's up, Carmen Crypto? Carmen Crypto in the house, coming to us from Vegas, the town that's stealing all the sports franchises. And all
what's up. What's up?
Rolling Rod in the house. Tom Oliver, thanks for joining us. Yo. Tom with the, I'm only thinking that's Boris Johnson on the profile picture there. Oh, Pedro.
What's up, brother?
This is striking, and I finished season 2 of The Diplomat last night.
Oh, yes. Is that good?
I hope we don't have to wait 2 years for the third season like we waited 2 years for season 2.
Well, here's the thing.
It was so good. But it ended with me standing next to the TV going, oh.
Don't ruin it for me. The Diplomat.
Plutobolic. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Oh, I'm not going to ruin it. But season 1 ended like that too. Like, oh,
yeah.
Especially if you're a Pink Floyd fan, you're like, whoa, mind blown. And season 2, if you love, these shows, like I love the West Wing. That was one of my favorite shows of all time. I still go back and watch season 1, 2, and 3 pretty regularly. And The Diplomat's like a condensed version of that, or the crazy version of that.
Crazy. Wild and crazy guys.
All right, everybody, if you've got charts you want us to go over, let us know.
Yeah, so we're going to go. I have a couple more big brands here, and then we'll go over some of the other ones. So, hey, guys, please send them into Tom If you go down into our comment section, you can see that we have a Telegram there. Please go through, hit that Telegram link, and then you can post things in it, or you can probably send it to Tom or me to go look at. I typically don't click on links, so it'd be best to go to Tom and I'm, or just best it's in the contract that you
can
want
hack
us to look
me,
at.
not Pedro.
Oh, kind of hard. My computer won't even let me click on certain links that I don't even like. If it's a new link, it won't even show it. You have to let me know, and then I have to enable certain things. Where are we at? Okay, so S&P 500. So we call the market kind of seeing a pullback here at the beginning of the month, so which was pretty nice. Good little sell. We saw the explosion of the S&P 500. Now wait for a pullback here. As this pullback comes back, I'm looking really to go at, like I said, that 5,800 to potential 5,700 area to see the next leg up, and then from there see what happens. Now if we go here to the Dixie, we have seen an explosion in the Dixie like nobody's business since Trump has, which means it's going to be a strong dollar. And so people who are pro-American dollar are going to find that rise with them. And people who aren't pro-American dollar will, or aren't attached to it. What's the word I want to use? Not attached. Not tethered. Why am I pegged?
Messing with the graphics here. I got the US dollar title going by a little faster.
No, it's all good. So as you guys can see here, that the Dixie here is definitely pushing up, and I think we're going to blow through this area of that 107 to the 107 or 108-ish area to the 107.25. It's crazy to think that this thing is jumping at $1 at a mark right now. These things don't typically move like that. They typically stay in a pretty tight range. So this is actually going to put a hurt on a lot of places around the world, right? People are kind of embracing or bracing for a Trump president, because he's made it very clear that if you're not pro-American, that you're looking to screw us over, then we're going to be basically yeah, exactly. We're not playing these games anymore. We're an American-centric nation. We want to see a strong America. So people are jumping in to try to take that type of value as Trump starts to bring industry back into America, or maybe even potential building up Mexico. I mean, my biggest thing was, and this is something I've been kind of playing with my head. It's going to sound crazy. It's okay. It's not a conspiracy theory, but it's something that could be weird. Watching who he picked to set up for the border czar, right? And he's made it very clear. He's not necessarily going after illegal immigrants that are like mama, pop, and grandma. He's not. He's making it very clear. Go ahead.
I just said right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. He's going after the legal immigrants that are literally causing crazy headaches for Americans as well as for El Salvador. Whether you're a Salvadoran, Mexicano, or whatever, those guys who are part of the MS-13 crowd and drug cartel regime, he's like, we're not playing with you anymore. Like, you're done. And he's making it very clear on all the news sources, which I find really funny, is like the left-leaning news sources are literally cutting out, like they did with Trump, right? They cut out the part of MS-13. They're doing the same thing with this gentleman and saying he's going to go after grandma, your abuela, and your abuelo. You're going after your primas and primos, right? They're saying he's going to go after them. And he's saying, no, we're not. If they want to stay here, just learn the language and assimilate with us. Assimilate, what's the word I want? Is that the right word? Assimilate?
Yeah,
no.
That's right. That's
assimilate.
Right.
And really connect with us, right? And build. We're cool with you. If you work, right? You've already demonstrated you're pro-Trump, so they're cool. You have more conservative values, so we're kind of cool with that. Hey, dope. Now get to work with us and let's build this country. And what I think was going to be interesting is if America goes through and takes out the cartels in Mexico and allows for a good government to actually get established without the fear of cartel retribution, then you could potentially see a huge growth in South America and in Mexico, right? Where you could actually see real corporations establish a good hold in there. We're creating jobs and industry where we could easily set up a bipartisan business relationship where it's like, okay, hey, look, instead of going to Taiwan where we've got to cross X amount, hey, let's build that stuff and have these guys created over here, right? And so it's one of those things that it's going to be really interesting. And I think Trump might be setting up for that. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I think I'm going into way too much with this, but that's going to be a huge point. So you're like, well, Pedro, what does this have to do with it? Well, if Mexico is pegged to the US dollar, right, and we start to see things move, it would actually behoove them to allow us to be able to see the dollar push up without a dramatic push down. If America's interests are aligned with Mexico and seeing Mexico increase and build their industry there, right, we could then see a good relationship between the dollar and the peso. And so it's one of those things that I think is really interesting. And additionally to that, this is then tied to crude oil, right? We talk about crude oil, gold, right? So it was really interesting. We're going to go into crude oil in just a second. Now look at this. Since the actual election, right, which was the 6th, we had a huge sell-off, and now we're continuing down. So you guys can see that this big push-up was actually fair, it seemed like, really of either a conservative ideology or a more liberal ideology in which it would be taking over the world. And the world has made it very clear, at least since financial institutions have, where it's like they like more of a conservative thought process in the actual presidency. And so you can see here, they're talking about, regulating, figuring out how to take care of the debt, how to figure out a way to handle education. These are really, really pro-industry ideologies, which will allow to create a great working force. And then from those working forces, that working force goes into industry and creates more industry. And as you can see here, we're seeing a huge sell-off, which is really interesting. We'll see if we see an American debt drop as we'll see what happens. Everything is all said and done, or everything is easy said than done. Excuse me, that's what I meant to say.
Easier said than done.
Thank you.
You know what's easier said than done is getting the people that push gold out of your email box and out of your advertisements. For some reason, I don't invest in gold, and I get these emails, 500 of them a day. You get them like the gold people are pushing the little mini bars of gold that you can get. So when the earth, after the apocalypse, you can use the little gold bars as currency and stuff like that. Dumbest thing ever. At the apocalypse, someone whips out a big thing of gold bars to pay you with some of them. The guys can whip out a gun, just shoot you and take all your shit.
Well, exactly.
But I can't. And then I used to follow this one lady. I believe she's Canadian, on another podcast. And then she started with this group called ITM Trading, which is all gold and precious metals. I must get 20 emails a day from them. And I hit the unsubscribe, 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 and I hit the spam. This is spam, and I hit this, and it still comes in my inbox.
They're good at it.
They pay Google to get it into your inbox, probably. Oh, here we go. Here's our scammer of the day. Hey, homie, you stream so really well. I do see you streaming a lot, but still not affiliated and partnered. I got a proposal for you.
Ooh.
It will share your stream to a Kick community and hit 1,000 followers and earn yada. Hey, homie, thanks a lot. We don't do that, but I appreciate the offer. Come back and watch us. Send your community over here. We'll teach them how to make lots of money. Homie. Leslie Wilson, thank you very much for that. Also on Kick. Hello, how are you?
What's up?
Telling us, Leslie.
Is that I don't know why I said Ashley. You said, who is it? What's her name? Anyways,
tell him we don't play that. Homie, don't play that. In living color.
Do what you wanna do in living color. Anyways, okay. So also Justin, and actually it wasn't just Justin, but
welcome Sven to the show. How are we doing,
Sven?
lads? We doing quite well.
Italy has dropped their crypto taxes. Now because they know that American, once they get in, all that money is going to come to America, because they're going to be wanting to be a part of that tax system once America really starts to kick in. And the reality is now Italy dropped their taxation, crypto tax, from 42% to 28%. So I thought that was really interesting.
Well, they didn't. What happened was that the great machine, Italian politics is very complicated. They have a parliament with like 55,000 people in it and 72 parties. It's constantly doing things, and people are always. It's a never ending, battle of the lions and tigers and stuff in the Coliseum of politics. And they proposed raising it to 42% because it wasn't fair that these wealthy people are making all this money on Bitcoin. And it made big news. And I have a friend over there that's in the media business. And I said, "What's up with this?" And she said, it probably won't get passed. So I didn't think anything of it. But then I saw another article about it in which they said, "Wait a minute, Bitcoin's not a rich people thing. Bitcoin is essentially a poor person's thing.
Yeah.
It's obviously rich people are in it now, but it's the great equator. We don't want to take 42% of a guy that earned just $500 trading it." And they're like, oh, we thought this was just a rich people thing.
No.
And like all the 15-year-olds in the country are going, no, us.
And we're your coming up voters. So if you wanna win our vote, you need to chill out with that.
Exactly. God Almighty says America. Well, that's why he came from Peru.
Peru. It's interesting. Our friend over there in San Francisco, God Almighty. Is he still in the God Almighty? I haven't really.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is still
Yeah. By the way, it's good to see you. Shout out also to all the 11 people over on Rumble. Thank you for coming in today. We really appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you so much. If you guys have any questions, any charts you want me to look at, please just put them in the live chat, and then I'll go through and look at the chart. Just give me the ticker symbol and or the contract that you want me to look at, and we'll go over the charts as we move forward. Did you hit them up as well or no?
I have not done anything for Rumble other than start broadcasting over there.
Wow, we are starting to climb. Shout out to all you guys that are watching us. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. So let's go ahead and go into gold here. So I put a couple new stuff here. We're seeing gold drop like a bad habit. As it's dropping down to this 100-day period moving average. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a critical point. So we have the 100-day period moving average sitting right here with a zone down at 2400 area. And then also that 200-day period moving average, which is going to be sitting at about that 2400. And we got a zone right below it, which is 2377. So it's going to be really interesting to see if these hold. Okay, simply because if it holds, then we should consolidate and see what happens. I don't think we're going to hold. I think we're going to see gold come down to that 2200 area again and consolidate for a while, and just to see what happens, right, with Trump and as things progress. So it's going to be really interesting to see. And one of the primary reasons why I picked that area there is because that's where previous highs were sitting. And so I think we could see a 2200 area, 2300 area for gold. Or excuse me, why is my brain blanket? 2000 to 2200 area we could range at. So it's something to be paying attention to as we move forward. Alrighty, let's check out crude oil. Crude oil, again, has come down into our area that we placed down into. Now, we should see, because America is going to start to produce more crude oil as well as natural gas. We already see Germany asking, hey, we want some of that, right? We don't want to deal with Russia. We'd rather deal with you. So it's going to be really interesting to see as we move forward.
Themselves.
Yeah, which has been really interesting because they know it. But look, the whole entire
Crypto, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. He says, ha ha ha, what's gold? Losers, especially since we see the reports that within Trump's 100 days that he is going to be pushing for a Bitcoin reserve of 1 million Bitcoin.
Dude, it's gonna be nuts. Sorry, I'm just like looking at the going like, what? Like, it's just, and I think as that happens, we're definitely going to see Bitcoin come in, and then we'll definitely see those who are even on the sidelines about Bitcoin when it comes to not a national currency, but a national reserve for like all of the G9 countries. I could not imagine them not doing something similar, right? Just because either G7 or what is it, G15, right? The top 15 nations out there. I forget all the acronyms that they call them, but I would think the top 10 would easily get a reserve as well. So there's definitely going to be a bidding war on Bitcoin. Now, the fact is that America already holds a lot of Bitcoin. So I don't know if that's in addition to, is that 1 million in addition to what we currently have? Or is that going to be...
Well, that's a good question.
I mean, either way, they still got to buy a ton of Bitcoin on the open market, because the only way to get it, unless they're going to build some crazy... Dude, would it be crazy? Now, this would be nuts. I thought about this. I don't know if this would be something, because I don't think the left would allow this. But if Elon Musk was to go out and build a ton of the solar panel systems that he has, it would generate enough energy from solar where he could then connect that to a mining system that would literally cover the mining. Because remember, he talked about if he had, what was it a 10 square mile radius of why is my brain blanking? Desert area, right, where he could set up his stuff. He could basically power America. He's like, I could just give me 10 miles square where I can set up my solar panels, and I could power America, right? But that's just crazy. But here's the thing: if he was to sit there and just say, "Hey, Trump, look, this is what I could do. Let me set it up," and then all of a sudden we're mining Bitcoin for the next umpteen, 100 years, and America's set up. That would be something that I would definitely want to push. I'd be okay with that. I don't think that would be a bad situation happening, and it would make America more strong. And I would even say, instead of just doing Bitcoin, why not do many of the other mining
mining Caspa.
Yes, others.
Be an Ethereum validator.
Yeah, exactly. And all that just goes into the cofferdam of America's backing, which would also help literally in covering the debt. We'd sell it off, cover the debt, boom, watch people to come and buy, because we all know when Bitcoin sells off, people are going to be buying it. It keeps getting bought. So that's just money that we could actually help pay off certain aspects as it continues to go up. So it's going to be really interesting. And like I said, I still believe that we could see a Bitcoin literally seen at $1 million. And I know this sounds crazy, but $1 million in 8 years or 4 years from now, 600.
It's only a 10x. A 10x.
Yes.
Crypto 10x's are possible.
Well, I think this cycle
the
around.
S&P 500 is 10x in 10 years.
No, it didn't.
It was 20. 20 years.
Yeah, it was about 23 years, 2008. So, you're right. But either way, dude, like it was 700. I think it was 700 plus. So we've almost done a 10x in 20 years, which is astronomical. It's absolutely astronomical, because the rate of return has typically been about 8% on the S&P 500 over the last 150 years plus. So that's amazing.
I was watching a stat. Someone talk about your S&P 500 or your stock portfolio growing, and they used a 7% rate over the past couple of years, and they showed the rate of inflation, and it was roughly the same. Mm-hmm. So essentially, your money didn't grow. The government deflated the supply, the currency, and the market adjusted.
Didn't move. Yep.
Yeah, the best way to describe it.
Now, one thing, if we're going to go into that, because this is conspiracy theory, but I think you're right on, because here's the thing: we've talked about how we need workers in America. We are an industry-driven nation. Service industry system or nation, right? We don't necessarily create things, which you've talked about quite a bit, Tom. And so in that same sense, to sit there and get people to keep working would be one of those things that would be absolutely well, I wouldn't say atrocious, but it would just be sad, right? Because, you know, in America, we need people working, or we get in trouble. We got guns, we're stupid, we get in trouble. So the more we
Can't
need to
have people
work,
sitting around.
can't, you know, because then we start thinking and we start paying attention. And they already made that mistake during COVID, and a bunch of stupid things happen. So you can see here, as they started funneling money into this market, right? This was in from Trump 2017, which he really didn't have a lot of inflation, right? He went from 2300, okay, excuse me, not 2300, yeah, 2300 area to all the way up to 3600. So he doubled in those 4 years. I wouldn't say doubled, but by 50%. People accrued their wealth at 50% without inflation, or nominal inflation, not
Right.
that big of inflation. Okay, so you're talking, that's a dramatic. That's literally having your account, or if you're worth $100,000, right? You go up to 150,000. That's a big push in 4 years. People then during COVID, okay, before they started inflating everything. Remember, they were talking about a transitory inflation aspect, and in that sense, or it was going to come and then go. But what they didn't talk about is that it wouldn't come back down to its original levels. So now, people who made 50% more, and then during COVID, much of the low part of the 30% of the people who work, they retired because they literally made 10x on their money. So if they were worth 100,000, they made $1 million, which means they could easily live. And this is at the time when you could stake and also get reflections on many of the products that were out there in crypto. And so you're making 8 to 10% off of the actual income, while the treasury, not the treasury, while the interest rates were at literally 1%, and people were getting 4, 5, 6 plus the increase of their coin. So we're talking exponential growth happening in crypto for many of the poor people in America, right? So they were able to pull back. At the time, your cost of living was still fairly low during COVID, so they had to raise rates. In addition to that, they also had to increase and funnel money into people's pockets, so it would make the cost of goods go up, right? And the fact that people were flush with cash because of crypto, again, they pulled money out and started buying, again, pushing the market up. You need an America who works, because if we spend more time working than spending money, and we want to stack that cash. So it's really important. Now, what's going to be really interesting to see is people getting into crypto. So it's going to cause their income, one, to be kind of shielded, right? Because part of crypto is that you can kind of shield and wait until it increases, and then you can go through and push the market in, or take your capital gains and pay your taxes on it. But in addition to it, the growth aspect behind it is exponential. Like I said, I expect to see a Bitcoin jump to about 200,000 to 300,000 this bull run. Okay, so in addition to that, if he keeps interest rates at a fair level, we keep it where it's comfortable. Okay, in addition to that, we then have a normal 3% inflation rate. We very much could see Americans really jump in and get ahead here, which will then cause a lot of things. We will see, if we look to save, which I think people are going to save more than actually spend. I do think that at this time, because so many people have been burnt. People are at that edge of, they're like, oh shoot.
Definitely people in the crypto sphere. They're more attuned to taking profits and stacking some money away. Whereas before, we'd let things either ride to the bottom or just invest in all these new things that just you lost your money on too quickly. I think you will see a bit higher savings rate.
I do think so. I think we'll see a higher savings rate that will come back into America. We saw that with COVID. People had an additional $2,000, $3,000. They actually had like enough where, at that time, about $700, which you would make for a weekly paycheck. And so they had, $2,000, $3,000 stashed away in their savings. So if we take the equivalent, people need at least $1,400 now, right? $1,400 to $1,800 to live comfortably. So I think we could see a savings rate, if we start to come stacked with cash, right? Of probably a $5,000 to $7,000 savings rate that people could actually hold. And you're like, wait, that's 7 times the amount. Why would they do that? I think out of fear. People don't realize that if you take an account for inflation, we've been in a depression. Like if you look at the actual statistics, and I always tell people, there's a guy, his name is Shadow Statistics. You have to pay for his stuff, but he shows you black and white in Shadow Statistics. It's shadowstatistics.com. You can check him out. He gives you literally point by point where we're actually at in comparative to over the time period. And right now, many people are living in a depressed state. So this is why I think when they start making money, just like with FDR, he had to encourage people to go through and spend. I think we'll see something kind of similar with Trump, or if not, maybe JD Vance if he becomes president, and or potentially RFK. But that's for another time. Okay, so let's again jump back into. That's so much, guys, I'm giving you, and that's a lot of stuff I just gave you. a lot of you Rumble guys don't realize you're just turning in, but I look at the market kind of as a global sense and how potential things could actually happen. So this is what you're seeing actually happening. So we'll just go into crude oil. We talked about crude oil coming down and hitting our supply area here, and I talked about it hitting our demand area here. And we did. So this is what we've seen. I expect because that America, we're producing more oil now, which is going to bring more supply into the system. Okay, we should then see a bit of a sell-off. So we talked about that 200-day period moving average, right? I think it was on the weekly. Why do I have this here? Okay. Anyways, so I don't know why this is here. I'm gonna have to delete it. But I think we're probably seeing oil, literally a $40 barrel oil, which would be about right here. And so I'm gonna point this out here for you guys as we move forward. And you're like, Pedro, why are you even talking about this? This has nothing to do with crypto. It does, because when you go to fill up at the tank, right, and you see it's not. I think once America gets going with their crypto side of things, people are going to want to put money into crypto. And this is where that spare money is going to come in. The reason why crude oil is so important, because it's just not where you fill in at the gas tank, but everything you buy is literally connected with crude oil. Everything. And I'm meaning from goods and services in the store to your clothes, everything, your computer, everything has crude oil connected to it. And so as we see that drop, right, in the rest of the world, we then should see a market drop. So this is something to be paying attention to as we move into this period right now. And so I think this area of that 40,000 crude oil is something very potential. Again, this is not financial advice, Tom. This is all educational, social purposes only, as we call edutainment. But I've been doing this for enough where, as you can see, I've kind of
crypto says 100%.
Okay.
Oil affects the cost of everything.
Everything.
There's nothing you can see in this picture that, well, it's virtual, but that isn't made with oil. Plastic,
literally.
Everything that's on your desk in front of you is made with oil. So everyone says, we got to get rid of the oils. And all those idiots throwing the paint on the expensive art pieces around the world. They literally wear oil on their bodies all day. Like, well, I have cotton clothes made with dyes, from what? Hydrocarbons.
Pretty much.
Yes, we are plastic. We were not real. This is all AI. Don't you know that? Welcome everybody on X. Thanks for joining us over on X. A small crew over there today, but we like to keep that algorithm going, knowing that we're broadcasting over there, because one day X is really gonna boom. Can you short crude oil? You most certainly.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now again,
short your shorts.
Right. I'm not telling you to do that or not. Okay. I'm just saying that in the same sense, I expect, because of a fundamental analysis from what I would be looking at, to expect. You choose what you do choose. You make sure you have a game plan and a trade plan. Do not jump into something because I say it. This is all
get out of jail free clause there.
Well, it's not just get out of. I'm trying to help you to make sure that you understand what's coming, so you have extra money to be able to put into certain things. But again, this is just all whatever. I'm just saying, be smart, make sure you have a plan, and don't get under. If you start to lose money in that trade, get out. I don't want to see people hurt themselves. Make sure you know what you're doing as a trader, okay? And be smart with it.
Well, Sven, it's not really an infinite risk if you're just shorting without leverage. If you're just shorting it without leverage, it's the same. For instance, if you went to our sponsor here, BidFi, and use that code right there, which I'm suggesting you do, to help us out, and start an account, you can get 100 free USDT to trade with. It's not even your money; it's their money, and you can practice shorting. You don't need to use leverage; you can just go short and sell $100 worth, or you can do like 2x or something like that, and it'll show that you will lose all of your money right now at 45,000, whatever half of what it is right now. And so you can practice it. You can practice it, and if you just do it without leverage or just 1 or 2x, it's almost impossible to have infinite risk. And so you can do that. And I'm sure you know that. You just haven't realized that you can sign up with our sponsor, BidFi. Just use that QR code down there. Start up a new account with them, and you can get 100 free bucks. Do it. In fact, let's see if BidFi Stella has what she has told me the new campaign is here. Complete your first deposit and trade and get 100 USDT. This event is valid for American, European, Australian, New Zealand users, and multiple accounts will be rejected, so sign up once. Rewards are in the form of bonus, and they'll be distributed every Friday, so the more you trade, the more you get bonus also. You can mention these in your show today, which I just did, so thank you, Stella. Tried to get Stella to come on, but she's over in fact, I think she's in Scotland.
Scotland?
It's not Scottish, it's crap.
It's crap. Look at the size of that noggin. It's its own circumference. Sorry, that was great. It's one of the greatest movies ever. Michael Myers. Not Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. I got a turtle poking out bigger than you.
Turtle. Get in my belly.
I'm always like that. Terrible.
Oh, forgive us,
Yeah,
Miss Stella.
Going short is essentially the same as buying puts. You're betting on the down market.
Yeah.
And as you know, buying puts, you can only lose what you put in.
Yes.
Indian.
What's up?
I love that line. Get in me belly.
Get in me belly. He's looking at him. Get in my. And he's like, oh, what's going on?
Well, my baby back.
Chili's baby back rib, barbecue sauce. Chili's baby back rib, barbecue sauce. Come on, my baby back.
Those are great movies, those Austin Powers movies.
Great.
I love them. I went as Austin Powers one year, like in the late '90s for Halloween. It was very shagadelic.
Shagadelic. Yeah, baby.
Shall we shag now or shall we shag later?
Yeah, baby. Dude, I hope we actually have some real humor again. I mean, dude, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to even deal with that. So yes, I just think we got some really interesting things going on in the market, and I think seeing what we're seeing today is a pretty big deal, just some of the stuff that we're seeing. Larry. Forgive me, guys.
That's all right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we're going to go over some of the stuff that Koba wants to go over here real quick, and then we will get to going here. LARRY.
Yeah, run those projects by me again so I can get some graphics ready.
All right, so it's going to be Crow with Knife, Caw. Caw. And then
I was in that at the beginning, and I told that shit way too
Oh, dude, it
literally,
makes my heart cry.
literally like day 2, day 3.
I did. You talk, but it was a good trade, but you just didn't leave a.
Didn't leave Moonbag. Should have.
Didn't leave him at it. That baby, that was real. Like you talk about a painful experience. Like I was like, I remember looking at it going like, oh, what, bro? Like I was like one of those. I said, all right, well, sometimes that's what happens. Poppy here is pulling back. There we go. Boom. Call. Here we go. Call with knife. Market cap 8 mil. Okay. Looking nice here. Nice little pullback. Let me
see if I can. I've been working on some new graphics here. I don't know if anyone's been noticing it.
I have, which has been pretty epic, my friend. All right, guys. So, Cos looking sexy AF here. Check this out, guys. So this is looking pretty nice. This pullback looking pretty sexy here. You could wait here and wait for it to hit that 07, 52, 59 area, or potentially you could just pretty much kind of buy right now. I hate to always have you guys buy at these levels here, but this is looking ready kind of to pump here, simply because we don't have much of any supply until we get. I mean,
and they got a lot of zeros in this one.
Yeah.
Graphic chart is updated there. I just ran it off the end. Although I got to say, my new graphics show market cap and past 24-hour trading. And Crow's had $3 million in the past 24 hours.
That's nice, man. All right, boom. So look at this right here. So it's just coming and tapping this supply area on this monthly area. It's good. Yeah, it's pretty good on the weekly. So you guys are hitting the supply area here. Now I'm looking at it more of the higher time frame. I could sit there. So you could pull back here. The daily is looking sexy, absolutely sexy. Like absolutely. Look at this thing. It's pulling back. Nice little area right here. But it potentially could pull back to this lower level of that 39. So kind of got a couple areas here that you could potentially pull back to. One is that weekly area right here. Actually, boom. Let's go to move this correctly. All right, check this out, guys. This is looking hot here. Hot, 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 rolling hot.
Are you still on CAW?
Yes, I am.
All right, so the graphics I got over here now show the picture, the icon for it.
Very nice.
The price, I have to kind of do a lot of this manually right now, but I use an API with CoinGecko. So if it's on CoinGecko, it should come up. The market cap and then total 24-hour volume, which is pretty impressive. $3 million for a fairly old project there. But apparently I haven't got above it. The words are blending everything in my graphics generator together for some reason. So it's the old Ethereum, Bitcoin, Crow with knife.
Nice. Hey. So you guys can see right here that we're hitting definitely that weekly supply area here and monthly. But it could act as resistance, like legit. I mean, it's a strong, but if it's able to cut through this, it should. I mean, if the rest of the market starts to really rally, okay, like we're seeing right now, and I'm talking altcoins, we should see CAW here pick up steam, and we could see an all-time high. And then from that moment on, I don't know, right? We could see a pullback and then rally, or just simply put the next leg up in. And that potentially could be a $2,000 mark area for CAW. So it's 0.62. So right now we could see a 10x potentially from the lows of right here to those highs. So it very much could. It's a little iffy here simply because there's not a lot of supply area, right? Or excuse me, not a lot of demand area per se for a wick area, but you do have a lot of the moving averages that are sitting above it, and we could be creating the midterm wick here as we come back down off of this to touch this 8 and then see it continue up potentially, or just fight through the supply area. So yeah, so I would say you've got a couple options. One option, you wait for the tap of that 5,000, okay, or the 5,200 area, or potentially come down to the 36 area off of the supply area. But if we start to see this consolidate and pick up buyers and sellers as it consolidates here, then we're easy. It should then push through this area here. So got a few options there. All right. Now let's check out.
Pedro, did you put the hair back? No, he didn't.
No.
Bitcoin's pumping.
Well, give me a second. Come on.
Sven, thank you very much. Sven likes the graphics update. I tweak these as we go. And I like to get them automated. So, but if anyone out there can figure out how to take the CoinGecko API and drop the results into Google Sheets, not Excel, but Google Sheets. Google Sheets works with my graphics program. So it puts everything in its own column. That would be great. I'm using one right now. It's nice. But after my 50 free API calls, then it costs a lot of money. So trying to work through that. Works great. But it still has too many manual things. I can't program it to change it and do what I want.
All right.
Now Bitcoin's going over 90 now.
Is it really?
No, I was just waiting for your hair to change. And
That's funny. It is funny. So now let's check out BTC as we're about to go over some other stuff here again. We're gonna go. The next coin we're gonna check out is Mystery Mary. I'm gonna send this to you, Tom, so you see it. I'm gonna send it to you.
I was in Mary too a long time ago. Get your head back, get your hair back, and keep your head down. Here comes Pedro.
Y'all are crazy. Please do not come make me a Messiah figure. All right, so yeah, it's starting to pump a little. Could be. Let's check out that 30-minute.
Good sounds on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's already starting to pick up some
Mike,
steam.
we haven't done this in a while.
There we go. Oh, and for you guys over at Rumble, I want to shout out. We need something for CMM Gar because he is new over here to us, and so we need to make sure we have a song for at least the one of people who make comments on Rumble, and hopefully it would encourage the other ones who are listening to us, the 12 viewers. Shout out to you 12 viewers. Thank you so much for watching us over on Rumble. Appreciate your guys' support and everything that you guys are doing as I give you potentially where markets could be moving. Again, not financial advice and not no law advice or financial advice, but this is educational and entertainment purposes only, which what we deem to call edutainment. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It's waiting for that one.
All right. So Dogecoin, by the way, is starting to dude, it just decided to just blow through this level. And it is now, dude, look at this thing, bro. This thing, it's like there's nothing else that it could hit.
Holy
like dude, this thing is about to send, like, dude, it is beastly. Like, look at the amount of volume, bro, stepping in. This thing is like, whoa, Canada. Like this thing, or South America, whatever. I was gonna South African because Elon Musk, but that just came off so South African. But look at this, man. It's dude, it's going. It's going, dude. I thought we would have a little. This is so important because this is, remember, in a bull market, you should see, this is how we know that we're in a bull market, that it blows through resistance. And this right here is a great example of literally a bull market push. We don't see resistance kick in, and it just goes wrong. It's like a Mike Tyson stop, right? Nice little hook there, right? So, dude, this thing just knocked out this supply area.
Knock him out.
Look at it, dude. It just blew through it. Like blew through it, man. Like a bull going after those runners. You know what I'm saying? Thing took them out. So it's just really interesting to see this. Now, Dogecoin, where this, it's really nothing. We have really no resistance here left. I mean, boom, two, boom. I guess we could have something right here. The 2021, but let's check on the monthly here real quick.
Oh, you still got the Doge? Is that still the Doge?
Yep. Yeah.
I have to see if the Doge stats work.
Doge.
They do. Dogecoin at 39 cents. My God.
Dude, we got into it at 7 cents, man. We were talking about it down here, guys. 7 cents, 8 cents. It came down into our area. I was sad that it didn't go down further, but around that 5, 6, 7 cents, we were picking it up. So our viewers were killing it here. What?
But the volume, wait, I don't know if that's total volume or 24-hour volume.
Dude, the volume is slammed. Like the volume is no joke. Yeah, look at the volume. This is the daily volume. This thing is getting stupid.
My number says $47 billion traded in daily volume.
Well, we have 1.85 billion that was traded for it today. So if you add 40 and you add 47, that's about right. It could potentially could be. Yeah. That's about right. Could potentially be that, right?
$47 billion traded in one day.
Well, you would have to be 25 cents. Or it would be up around, your average would be 33 to 43 cents for a billion's worth. So what if any of our math guys want to sit there? I always forget. I always mess up my decimal area real quick. So what is that going to be? Boom. It's 0.1. Always mess it up. Point, and then you have that, so it would be, one of our guys will run that through. I know we have a couple engineer guys that knows how to do that quick, and right now my brain is just not wanting to figure that out. So all right, boom, let's check out mystery here. Yeah, Dogecoin is another that it was just one to pump, like pumparoo, right? And I'm glad we got our guys to be buying in at these lower levels, which I'm really happy. Boom.
It's up
like I said,
today.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro, this is the bull market. This is what we've been planning for. Over the last 3 years, we have been dollar cost averaging, putting our money into this baby. Like, that's just, dude, this is it, right? And I think we're going to see a year rally. I do think we're going to see about a year and a half rally, and then we'll see it come back down, and then again next cycle, $100.
That's amazing. People doubled their money in Doge in the past week. Not even a week, 3 days.
I mean, if you got in the areas of September, November, July of last year, which when we were talking about it,
yep,
you have almost 7x. It'd be 49. So we got in around the 7 cent area, 8 cent area, 5 cent area. So nice little areas we got in, guys. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead. Shout out to the 15 viewers over there on Rumble. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Look, guys, please hit that thumbs up. what we need to do is just log right into the actual Rumble, log in, say something, let us know where you're coming from, where you like to go. Also, let us know where or what project you would like me to look at. I talk about everything from gold, S&P 500, crude oil, to everything underneath the sun that has a chart. That's what I look at. We're going to be going into bonds here in a few minutes, but I want to go over some of the smaller stuff that a lot of our other viewers want me to look at. So we're
welcome Rumble viewers. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to sign up for Rumble.
Yep.
Drop a like and a comment. If you're not signed up and you're just watching Rumble, I get it. Some people on Rumble get afraid of like, oh, I don't want to create an account. But you get so many good bonus things from Rumble. I like the ability to like our. I'm pointing over here. This is where I've got the other monitor. To like our show and comment on it. We're an interactive show. This is what we strive for. We want you guys to come on over and talk with us. You were looking at you didn't go over mystery.
Yeah, we're about to go over that right now. So we actually had looked at this originally. So it blew through our area here, but it came down into our demand area here. Didn't quite touch it. Came almost to it. And then knowing me, I would have been talking about, since this was last year in June, or this year in June, I would have probably been talking about us really wanting to pick up down at that lower level. So hopefully, Kava, you picked up. Were you listening to us at that time? I don't know who brought this up, but this was already brought up to us. So it did hit our zones. Our first zone would have been right at this level here. And then actually, I'm going to leave those there because that will act as support if we do pull back. All right, so boom. But this baby is looking to get going. Look at this thing. This thing went from 5 zeros to 4 zeros. So that's been a 10x since its low here. And we're seeing an increase in volume. So that increase in volume is definitely looking good. Look, we should see some form of resistance at the high here, because people will be most likely taking profit. Do not get afraid of that. Like I said, in a bull market, it will rise. All things will rise from it. So as the tide starts to rise, this will rise. So you should see it pick up here. You want to see it probably pick up above the 408801, right? Once that pops up above that, we'll see probably a pullback. And then once that pullback happens, that's when you want to pick in or get in and at a higher level. But again, we're at that point where things can just start to get really crazy and real fun. So it all depends on what you want to do. But as you can see here, we are playing and trading off of the 8-period moving average. If you look at that on the weekly, you can see that's really where it's finding its support. So when it comes back down to test that weekly 8, that's where I would encourage you to get in. I like this area right here. Come on. Boom. You kind of got two areas. So you got this right here. So you got this area and this area right here. And that ranges between 403 to the 402 area. Nice little area to get in and then potentially pull back. And again, this is the weekly chart. So it might not get down there, but I don't really see any demand wicks. So if we do a pullback, it's going to be going in to find that first demand wick and then continue up. So that's what I expect to see here with this play here. That's about it in a nutshell for Mary, why you bugging? Anyways, okay. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. All righty. Is there anything else that you guys are looking for me to check out?
I would like you to look at Cardano.
Yes,
see if that's starting to play out. If this market's affecting Cardano as much as it should be.
Yes, sir. No, it's not, bro. Not at all. Not at all. Sorry. Cardano isn't touching it. And many of you guys, I'm so stoked. We got in right here at that 29 cents. I thought we were going to come down. Right? This is my bad. I thought we were going to come down. We had some luck. But this is what you see. You see just blowing through resistance. Like as if, what's my name? What? Get out of here. Get out of here. Boom. Right? So that's what we see. And that's exactly what I want to see. This is so freaking bullish, guys. You just, ooh. All right, so I'd expect a pullback probably down to this level here. All righty, boom. So you can see we're kind of consolidating right here. We could pull back here, or we could consolidate here and come and tap this 90 cent to 75 cent area here. This was that local high. We should blow through this area here, most likely, simply because, again, it'll probably come back down to this area here. This is where we had a majority of those supply wicks. Supply wicks become demand wicks, right? Or supply becomes demand once price blows through with a lot of volume, which we've definitely seen. So expect us to typically pull back to that area to continue higher, or if we consolidate, wait for the 8 to come up, touch it on the low part of that 8, and then push up again. So that's one of the things we could be paying attention to. But Cardano is picking up. Let's check out our friend Matic. So I have a friend of mine who's very invested into Matic and a few of his projects. And so you can see here, guys, like I said, I think we talked about this on Monday, right? Or was it last week? I forget exactly. I said, don't worry, this thing should be picking up here. So it's pushing up, it's blowing through distance level. We blew through that 8, or excuse me, blew through the 100, and we blew through it really well, right? With good volume, came back down, tapped it, right? And now it's starting to pick back up again, right? We came in previous demand, right? It's holding again. So I'm expecting to see this thing continue up. That 50, the next real part is that 50 cent mark here, where we should see it. You could potentially buy in on the 49 cent area here and put your stop at that 8, right? 39 to about 36-ish area. And then basically we should climb to that 50 cent area here, which will be the next resistance level. And we can put this here as a daily zone.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be joining the $1 billion club again. We're dropped well below $1 billion market cap.
It was 500 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shy. In fact, it was over $1 billion a couple hours ago. Just dropped down a little bit here. Sorry, everybody, been ignoring the comments. Andrew Timmerman, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, bud.
Dreamcat believer showing up. I do not know what Dreamcat is. If you want to send us a contract address, we'll take a look at it with you. Been checking out the show, loving it. He's Mick loving it, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck Jansen back from lunch. When did Pedro put the hair back up? Need timestamps in these events and alerts. 89,500.
Oh man, y'all got to stop with this craziness. This is yo.
You know, 88.5 is when he put it up. That's right. Good point, Sven. So it hit 89K after he put the hair up. Tom Oliver says, shout out to Infineon. Anything that hasn't moved big yet that you'd expect to take off soon or surprise that hasn't moved yet. Everything I was thinking ADA was not going to boom from this because there's so many.
And I told him, I said it's going to.
Oh, XRP, obviously. Right?
Let's check this out.
I would say XRP is not doing. Oh my God, there's a bus outside with a blown turbo in it, or air compressor. I can't tell, and it is very high pitched.
We didn't hear nothing.
Man, but it is awful.
Ooh, well, I'm glad. All right, guys, so let's check out our good friend Avex. Ooh-wee! Check this out. Sorry. That's what I'm talking about. Ugh. All right, and shout out to our good friend Christopher. I was about to say Christopher Oliver. Christopher Alexander, who bought in down at these lower levels here. And so he should be sitting. And this, like I said, there's nothing here to test us until we get up to that 58.69 area. So this is looking nice, guys. Looking really nice for AVAX. You should see this baby get going again. And I'm pretty positive AVAX should blow through that 58 and come and touch that higher level of that 65 to 69 area here. So I'm expecting to see that here as we move forward. Yeah, it's looking hot.
When did AVAX start moving? 2 days ago? 1 day ago? Today?
About 3 days ago, 4 days ago. We talked about this back here. Once it blew through this area, I said, all right, guys, expect, because we put that lower high in, but we didn't, we put a lower low in, but it was not the local low, or this was local low, but this was not the swing low. And so as I was sitting there, I said, all right, it all depends. If we go below here, we expect it to go low. But again,
thanks for joining us, Roland Rod. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow. Thanks you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, brother. Roland, you rock the mic, baby. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow again. Also, all the new guys.
Sorry, Pedro. Andrew Timmerman, tell us where to find Dreamcat. Tell us where to find Dreamcat, which one it is. There's lots of Dreamcats. Tell us which one. We'll go over it. Kova Crypto, would you consider Trump getting elected a white swan event?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It was one of those moments, because here's the thing, like, we didn't know. I stayed up the whole entire night literally waiting for this to actually happen. So I literally thought I was going to wake up and see a Kamala Harris win. So I was legitimately awake. I was watching, like, waiting, checking out the polls, like, just, because I hate that feeling of waking up and then all of a sudden you think your person that you want to win wins, and you wake up and it's just like, okay, that sucked, right? Like, anyways, I mean, your hope isn't in that person, but it's nice to know that, hey, when somebody's up by 4 points, 5 points, and all of a sudden they climb and kill it, and you're just like, wait, what just happened? Like, this is crazy.
Alpha Wolf watching us on Rumble. Thanks a lot for joining us over there. Really appreciate it,
dude. For real, bro. That is what I'm talking about. Thank you, Alpha Wolf. I just saw that. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. It is good to see you over here.
Alpha, you said you were watching on your big screen for newer Samsung TVs, I think from 2022 and on. You can go to the App Store on a Samsung TV and find the Rumble app and get all the good stuff on your smart TV. I have this giant Samsung TV, but it was made 1 year before compatibility, where they switched from HTML to HTML5 or something like that in their programming, and can't do it. All right, let's look at XRP, brother.
Yeah, we will. But I'm going to hit up AI Wolf here real quick. Also, AI Wolf, do me a favor here real quick and hit that like button, hit that little thumbs up. I'm noticing that we're seeing viewers go up because we're literally communicating. And because we were communicating, Rumble is that good at saying, hey, people are communicating with these guys. Let's see if more people want to see them. And then we get more viewers and boom. So, Okay, jump back to what we're going to say here. Definitely. You guys have a little conversation between CM or Kumgar and AI. Sorry, bro. You two have a little conversation with each other and see if we can get some things going on here. Alrighty. All right, let's jump back here because we're just being silly. But let's check out XRP, though, being on the real. XRP is legitimately moving. So it's actually looking like it might break out because we're seeing volume step in. And look, bro, the charts don't lie. Like,
charts don't lie, but Brad's going to sell.
He potentially could sell, but the reality is look, it's moving, and it is moving like with a decent amount of volume. We're seeing it pick up. So I think we could see at least come in touch that 94 to 85 cent area here, which we could see it push back up and really get going. Oh, almost forgot to say Taylor Swift, Joe Rogan, Mr. Beast, and Shiba Inu, dude. All right, enough with the co-worker. Oh, and Swifty. These are all the algorithm words that we need to say so that we can get all the algorithms working for us. Okay, so As we're sitting here, XRP is looking like it's picking up some steam here. And additionally to that, you can see how the 8 period is really starting to fly off of that. So let's check out the weekly. If we can see this close this week, okay, around the 74, 73 cent area, and we see it close with good volume, which on the weekly chart kind of looks like, if we can see, oh snaps, what just happened? Did we just get, holy moly, check that out, baby. Did you see that? Did you see that?
See what?
Kumgar, Kumgar just gave us a $10 shout out. Thank you so much. We will blow it up over here on Rumble. Let's go, baby! Yeah, baby!
That was the laptop. One of the applause.
Kumgar, thank you.
Kumgar, thank you for the donations. As I always say, occasionally I thank you. Every donation goes to helping out our channel, getting the word out amongst the greater crypto world that says, you got to come to this show.
You're fading on us, brother. You're fading. For whatever reason, your voice is...
My mic?
Yep, it's rugged. But now it's doing okay. Anyone? Love it.
Check 1 2 1 2. Mother scratchers. Like I said, thank you very much to everyone that super chats us. You have an extra special spot in my heart today.
All right, here we go. All right, so one of the things we need to see happen with XRP needs to close around the 73 area, around the 75 area. If we can see it close at this high level and play within these wicks here, that's going to be a sign that we're going to continue up, and we should blow to that 94 to 85 cent area and cut through up to the $7 area, $6, $7 area. And this is a big deal because if XRP starts to rally, this is almost like that's the like it's the canary in the mine, right? It's like, but the good canary, right? Letting us know this thing's about to blow. Like, hey, you know, if the canary's whistling, or if the canary stops whistling, i.e. selling off, then guess what? This thing's going to most likely get everything. This would be this is the signal for me. If I was going to look like, just like when I look at the indexes and I use the Russell, many of you guys have seen, I use the Russell as an indication of a sell-off potentially coming within the S&P 500, right? It's a pretty good indicator that I look at. In the same sense, if I start to see an XRP rally and really see us close above that 73, 75 cent area here, look, we should see this thing get going, get some wheels. And here's the thing, we've already have enough volume coming in from this week that if we close above and if we can see a double amount of volume on the buy side, dude, dishes are done. It's game. It's time to go.
Dishes are done.
Dishes are done, baby. Do you know
that's another one for the t-shirt shop.
Yeah.
Dishes are done.
Yeah. So I think it was "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead" that's where I got it from as a kid. I don't know why. Anyways, so anyhow, so I like it. Dishes are done. This thing is over, and we're going to see this thing going. And when I say over, I mean the bull market is beginning and the bear market is over. This is what I mean by that. So it's going to be some good stuff going. Dishes are done. Biatches. Anyhow, this is a family-friendly core here. We do our best not to use... we try to be very discriminate in our word usage to the best of our ability. Okay, so let's check out Mr. Dream Cat. Shout out to all you Dream Cats. How y'all doing over there? Boom, shout out. Here we go, baby. Dream Cat. Oh, there we go. Whoa,
damn, where were we on that chart?
Right.
First time I'm hearing of Dream Cat.
Wow. For real. If they watch this long, they can handle it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Kumgar. Sorry, I just love saying that. Kumgar. It's almost like when you're a kid and you're like, Kumgar. Dude, you can't. You got to keep that handle now.
Hey. 90s Christina Applegate hot.
Yes.
That was hot. That was hot. Those
dear
early Al Bundy
Lord.
shows.
Dude, Married with Children? I
was like
remember
that.
as a child just being like, I think that's why I like blondes, bro. It's because like when I think about like hot girls, like Christina Aguilera, Christina Applegate, and then you have the one who shaved her head. I forget her name. Anyhow, let's just move forward.
Spears?
Spears, yeah, the Spears. yeah. What was it? I did it.
No, Brittany.
Oh,
no,
I'm sorry, I'm singing. Yeah, we'll leave Brittany alone.
No, not you're singing. We can sing. We both suck at it. But I'm saying with the Brittany one, will be like people will be like, no.
You're like, no, our Brittany, no. Anyway, so as you guys can see here, this thing is pumping. Wow. Why are you guys so late to telling us about this? This thing is absolutely fire. It's already hit literally 600,000. This thing's about to hit $1 million market cap. Let's check out some of the moving averages here real quick. Look, guys, you can see that we are definitely trading off of that 8-period moving average on the weekly chart here. And then additionally to that, it's actually finding support on it well. Like every time it came in tapped, we saw a decent amount of volume coming in, which is good. Boom. It's actually a good sign. I like it. It's trading well. What are the fundamentals on these guys? What's the point of this? Talk to me about it. What does it do? Or is it just a meme coin?
People. Pedro, while they're getting ready to tell us all that stuff, we are the #1 show in the crypto category on Rumble.
Oh yeah, baby! Slam it to a Slim Jim. That is what I am talking about. Oh yeah, baby! Woo! Shout out to our guys, our followers over on Rumble. Thank you so much for making us #1. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my foster mom, my foster dad, and all of them out there.
You really, really love me.
I love it. That is awesome. And if you could do us a quick favor also, hit that like button. That little thumbs up helps us out so much over at Rumble. And then you guys, tell us where you're coming from, all you viewers out there. We'd like to know what's going on with you guys. We love that you guys come and watch us. Really appreciate that. This is a real interactive show. I like to know where my people are from or where they would like to be. If you want to be anonymous of where you're from, listen, everybody knows I want to be on the beach or somewhere sandy where there's some waves I can catch and be able to drink a Mai Tai or a margarita. So anyhow, and get a good burrito. Boom, boom. Carne asada burrito.
Steal the background here for a minute. The screen for 1 second while you do that.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully it will switch here any second now. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. DYOR in the #1 spot. That's how it works on Rumble. It means you have the most viewers of any crypto show on right now.
Nice.
That's how it works. Ladies and gentlemen. #1, numero uno, Pedro and striking. Pedro for president. And Chuck explained where Kumar came. And I should have known this. I spent like half my life in the firearms industry. CMMG is a firearms manufacturer. And he bought an AR from them. So he's the
AR, got you. Yeah, I got you. Either way, I love Kumgar.
Dreamcat is about uplifting and motivating for better life, spreading positivity and good vibes. Well, Andrew, you have brought that to Pedro Garcia, who is Mr. Positive, Mr. Endorphins, and Mr. Oxytocin of the mind for the positivity and good vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, Dreamcat.
Dreamcat.
It's like that Gary
Where'd
Weaver
you
song.
be mine? Anyways, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dreamweaver.
All right,
last
okay.
4 on Dreamcat.
Dude, this is. Yeah. So the last 4 that I'm looking at here is Bravo Whiskey, or is that whiskey? And there's like is that a V or a W?
Same chart I can.
That is a Bravo Victor Sierra X-Ray on the last 4 of the this is so yeah, you're right. Okay, Dreamweaver, yeah. Dream on soul is what I have. Is that correct, Pedro? Pulled the hair back and Rumble took notice. Both of you, please stop singing. We'll do. You will do. All right, but you got to come and check me out on my karaoke days. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day I might just my video and you guys can show it over here. Not.
Just to be clear, do we have the right one up here? I mean,
Yeah.
We got a good one up here.
Whatever this one is, this is hot. Hot, coming in hot. Coming in hot. It's for real. This one's looking hot. Yeah. Let us know.
Tell them we're reviewing their chart.
Yeah, let them know we're reviewing the chart. It is looking good. I would say, guys, if we're going to see a pullback, we'll probably see a pullback down to that 64, 58 area, and potentially where the previous high was at, right in this level here. So, but I doubt it because we're in the bull run. So if most likely we see a pullback, we're going to see a pullback probably into the first supply or the first demand area, kind of consolidate and then see it probably push up again. So yeah. Both of you, please stop singing. I don't drink anymore.
No. Look at the comment on the screen.
Give me a second. Wait, I missed it. I gotta do it again.
It's on the studio feed.
Why is that?
Oh, is the studio feed working?
Please hit those like buttons. No, I didn't get it. Sorry. Nice birth control goggles. Dang, bro. See, this is why I don't wear glasses. It doesn't look
Pedro has a big head, and
I do.
I've seen it in person, and it's a big round head. It's normal. It's just big, and so regular glasses.
Don't look.
I'm sure those are the Walmart specials, or
they
CVS
are
specials.
Yeah.
And you just want, when you put those on, I'm older than Pedro, but I do not yet wear glasses. But from watching everyone else do it, you just put them on. You got to read, take them off. And the one size fits all does not fit all.
Yeah. I've got a head good for my body. I'll put it like that.
Both of you, please stop singing.
Oh, he's killing me. He's killing me.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
Sing. All right. So Dreamcatcher looking hot though. I agree with that. Check it out. Looking good. I'd say pullback area potentially is down. I mean, you guys are in a reverse free fall. You guys are just going to keep going. Just look out for round numbers, right? 1,500, 2,000, 2,500. 3,000, right? Those round numbers typically can act as resistant levels to a chart, where people will sit there and go, and also like a 10x, 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x's, right? Are those sell-off points that people typically will go through and sell off projects. So just be mindful of that. Always take a profit. Leave always a moon bag, right? So that you leave it, and then always kind of purchase some more as you come back to that pullback area in a bull market. So good times, here we come. We'll see what happens here with Dream Catcher, or whatever was it? Dream Cat. There you go.
Somebody, who was it here, said that the dev is a motivational speaker.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Andrew says the dev is a motivational speaker guy on the internet.
That's
so he probably also has a good show voice.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, you know he does. He's got that late night FM radio voice where he will come and he'll talk to people.
Good evening, everybody. This is Venus Flytrap here on WBE
Venus,
Cincinnati.
Oh yeah,
2-hour disco swing.
Swing, baby. Swing. Oh yeah, baby. Anyways, okay. Yes, he is. People think it's not who you are, and then laugh out loud. Don't worry about that. Don't worry what other people think. It's not who you are, then Laugh out loud. Yes, he is. Awesome, man. Love it. I love it. Thank you, Alpha AI Wolf. Also, shout out to Kumgar for shouting. Dude, you know I'm going to keep having fun there. So that's all I'm saying. All right, so let's jump back here to the charts here with crypto here. Now, one of the things that we've talked about TRX, right? That TRX has just been such a beastly company. I mean, they just look, when Bitcoin was selling off, they were still just moving up. They are now made a new all-time high here at 18 cents. Okay, so I've thought they were going to come back down. The only time they came back down to hit our areas were literally down when it hit 9 cents. Right, we also saw it come back down here to the 7 cent, but since then it just says no to basically sell-offs, and that we are going to move forward. And look, dude, X or TRX here, which is basically Tron's coin here, they're new all-time high here, and they did it with good volume, which is really good. And so we've got to, I mean, we'll see what happens here at this level, but I don't think this is going to, we've talked about with the sell-off here, I expect them to blow through this supply area, which they did, or which look like they are doing. So if this thing continues, right, you want to see the push up, and this is going to become resistance becomes support. So we want to sit there and see if we can get in on a pullback to this high level, and then see it continue higher. How far is TRX going to go? That's the real question, right? Are we going to see this thing get to, what is TRX's market cap by, does anybody know by chance?
It's 16,174,509,008.
So could we see TRX get to a 32 billion? Could we see a 2x from here? I did buy some stuff down these lower levels, but I didn't buy enough. And I'm kind of mad about that. So that's my fault. Now, one of the things I always talk about is TRX also has a stable coin to them, which is called USDT. I believe that's what it's called. And let's check out to see how it is doing. Now, for a while, I was concerned with them because of the fall off in May that they had. They had a lot. I mean, they came down to all the way 88 cents. So a little nerve-wracking for me. But over the last, I mean, they still struggle with keeping that the stable coin pretty much stable. It lost 2 cents off the low here, but either way, it's still doing decent. And I mean, and looks, people really use it quite a bit. So the volume on their stable coin is pretty large. We're talking 8 million just today alone. People buying and selling off of this. So something that's really interesting to see. Go ahead, bud.
My little graphic over here pulled out a $2 billion in 24-hour trades.
Yeah.
Tron.
Absolutely. Like they are strong. They are strong, man. Like real. They're strong. TRX is strong.
That's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable, the volume that's going on. Now I realize there's a lot of volume. Are the big players arbitraging between exchanges? And
this right here.
And they're betting $1 million trade at a time on Binance and selling on Mexi and then reversing that. So I realize that, and that happens with the big tokens because there's liquidities there and but still, $2 billion is $2 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for our little industry, which half the government has been trying to poo-poo and say that we're all scammers and North Koreans. And yet this random thing called Tron is $2 billion going in and out of it in 24 hours.
And that money's being created and money's being created for the organization every time there's a transaction. So $1 billion is probably a net worth of maybe $3 to $4 million into the organization for that day, which is a big deal. So what was it like? Probably 0.02% that you would pay for the transaction is what I'm assuming, but I don't know what the transaction fee is for Tron. But I mean, still 0.02 is a good percentage for a transaction fee in crypto. Really good. Whereas there are some are as high as 3%, right? So really interesting. Either way, it's still a strong sign for TRX as it starts to now take over, and it's in basically it's about to take off. It looks like it's ready. We're seeing volume come in, and it's starting to pump. So it's real nice. Let's check out H&T. H&D is doing the opposite of it. Now, look, we're seeing H&T kind of pull back here. So again, to me, I think H&T is very much a utility play. There's a lot of good things that they're doing. They're on to IoT network area. Again, I own H&T, but I also understand right now is not the utility companies, right? What really are taking off is meme coins or meme images. What do they call it? Memonics? Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called memonics, where they basically talk about like the economic side, the fundamental side of memes, which is pretty dope. So I'm definitely seeing some areas here as we start to continue this big push up. I expect to see H&T sell off potentially to that $5 mark, where if you're looking to get in, you can get in at that level, or potentially the $4 area. And then as the next cycle happens where people start putting money into the utility sector of crypto, we'll see money start to go. And I think we will. There's going to be some type of cyclical return where people pull money out, put money into here, and they make money over here, take money off the top, put it into these lower level, not lower level, but lower value, but high value, low price, high value plays. That's what I want to say. That was really hard because as I was sitting there like in mid talk, I was like, okay, that's not making sense. We talked about ICP popping right here. I said we potentially could see this pullback, but we are seeing a pullback down at these lower levels here to the $8 mark area here. Again, this is a utility play. But I can't see it being dead. I just don't see it being dead. So playing at that $8 mark is an area that you could potentially put $100, see if you can capture. Its all-time high is, I think, what was it, $300?
Whoa.
Or $600, which was the all-time high for ICP.
That looks like a rug pull. Man, when that story came, what was that, 2017 or something?
Yeah. No, 2021.
Joe, we have more viewers on Rumble than we do on YouTube.
Oh, snaps. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome.
We have 18 on Rumble, one of which is me. And we have 12 on YouTube currently. I don't know. YouTube tells me the total we've had so far today, which is at 83. Rumble does not. Rumble tells me a couple hours after.
That's awesome, dude.
Insane Clown Posse. Music Band Rocks, ICP.
Yeah. Dude, first time, dude, I ever went crowd surfing was with a bunch of, which was at an ICP concert, and I jumped and they didn't catch me. And so my experience of crowd surfing was literally seeing people just move out of the way. It was a good thing I was drunk. I gotta admit. Because if I wasn't, I think my back would still be in pain. I literally jumped and they were like, oh. They just, bro, it just went whoop. And I remember
it's a friend's wedding too. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying it based people laughed and I fell and I was like, oh, good Lord. And listen, I think I was 180 pounds solid muscle, or I was maybe, no, I was probably 200 pounds solid muscle at the time. There's no way. I haven't been under 200 pounds since high school. Anyways,
this is striking in the background here. I was at a friend's wedding, and it had a stage, and they were a massive Guns N' Roses fan. I think I told the story just the other day. And he jumped off the stage at his wedding, and all the groomsmen and all of us guys went like, oh, no. He went boom right on the tile of the gym.
Dude, that's so wrong, bro. Oh, dude, that. Oh, man, that's a good story, dude. That is a good story. Yeah, that's real. That can roll. And your friends are like, you're like, dude, you're supposed to catch me. Like, no, my wrists are not to get broke, man, bro.
Yeah, we're like, we may be drinking, but we're not that drunk. Oh, we got our kick offer here today. I really enjoyed your stream and followed you because of it. I'd love to be a fan and stay connected. Didn't you mind? Could you add me on Discord? My username is Albert. Yeah. No, we're not joining, so you can steal our session cookies. I have two-factor authentication enabled anyway, so you can't steal my cookies and then get into my Discord and do all that. So if you want to talk right here and kick out in the open.
Absolutely, man.
Miss Piggy, or Mr. Piggy, whoever you are.
All right, let's check out this one right here. Oh, we already caught Dream. Okay, boom, yeah. So this was Dream right here. Man, it's really interesting to see what's actually happening in this market. Now let's finish this up with some of the stuff that is happening here. So we talked about Tesla here. Remember back at the beginning of the year when Tesla sold off, and we talked about it coming down at the time, like it was coming up to here, and we hit our supply area. I said, guys, I expect to see this thing come down to that 150, 140 area, potentially even down to that 85 area. And sure enough, you know, it settled around the 107, and then we saw this thing consolidate for a few months. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because this thing is blowing through supply area here. We saw it come up. And so if you're looking to potentially be getting into anything, like you're talking long-term play, I think Tesla is one of the most unhidden value with everything that they have going with the robotics, as well as Neuralink, as well as the Boring Company, as well as Rocket Company, as well as, I mean, they have a lot of things going on with it. And these are all futuristic, very much state-of-the-art company that is just leading. It's very lean, smart company. And I think just even at $300, I think, or $330, I was telling a friend of mine, he's like, what do you think I should get? I told him, this was back when it was at the 140 area. It was coming back down here in April. And he's like, where do you think I should get in? I said, get in, buy Tesla. Because he's no way I was going to convince him to get crypto. And so he was just wondering, and he's like, what could I get in? Go ahead.
Tesla just released that their Bitcoin, I don't know if they released it or if people just know it. Their Bitcoin holdings are now $1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. They've got a lot. They literally got so much Bitcoin on the last bear market, right, where people were buying Teslas with Bitcoin. People were buying stuff like that, right? And so I'd expect them to kind of do something similar, right? Whereas they could go in, and right now, because their efficiency within building Tesla, they're still going to come out. Even if Bitcoin drops to 30,000 again, 40,000, I'd expect them, because of their efficiency of creating the actual Model T, that it's going to very much be just
Model
impressive.
T.
Not Model T.
That might have been 100 years ago.
Sorry, not Model T. What do they call it? The Tesla. What do they call it? T something.
Yes. Yes.
TS.
They got the Y. They got.
Yeah, whatever it be. Like either way, their efficiency on it, it's only going to get better with the advent of all the robots. Where the robots are going to come in, and honestly, it will be a very lean company that is handled. You'll be more paying for programmers than actual workers to create the actual car itself. So as that happens,
I don't think they have any workers building the car. I think it's all automated already.
Is it?
Yep, I think because he
just would make sure
relentlessly drove. It doesn't mean they don't have a lot of people working there. They have plenty of people. They didn't get rid of jobs. They just started from scratch. They design it to be automated. If a human has to do it, redesign it so a human doesn't have to do it, so a robot can do it.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, absolutely. I like it. I like it a lot. Shout out to our guys over at X. I had a couple guys that are popping in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. If you could simultaneously stream, I'd love for you also to be over at Rumble, because Rumble is paying the bills. Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if we were to grow our whole entire group on Rumble by like 500-600 people, 1,000 people? That would be dope. Yeah. 500 people just watching this on Rumble. Dude, that would be like, we'd be making like $3 a day. That'd be great.
$3 whole.
$3 whole. Anyway, so let's jump back here real quick too. So because I'm bringing Tesla up, Doge, I'd expect to see Doge. Elon Musk pretty much made it clear that he's going to be using Doge in relationship to what he does over with the Mars stuff. It's going to be really interesting to see in the next 20 years what actually becomes of that. He's wanting and hoping to see an actual, within the next 5 to 10 years, a to shoot over and actually have some type of colony over at Mars, which I think is crazy.
1,000% nuts, but I love it.
Dude, even if he's wrong by 10 years and 20 plus years, dude, I would be cool. I would do it, dude. I would sign up. I definitely would. That would be a blast, man. I mean, hate to say it, but I would, and be live streaming from Mars. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like you would be here, I'd be over there, and we'd be like
delay.
Probably by then, man, we would probably have some form of communication that would, I mean, think about it. Here's the thing. So I was reading through AI technology and the build up of the innovation. And it was very interesting. Prior to the advent of AI, we had a deviation of growth period of 0.1 to 0.2. Okay, the deviation of either increasing or slowing down. Since the advent of AI, we've literally seen it grow from 0.1 to 0.2 to 0.6. We're talking, it's literally 6 times faster, and it's only growing. And patents that are being created for new technology also increase dramatically because the advent of AI proposing new ideas, creating new thought processes, or speed up the new thought processes, right, by doing a lot of calculations. So in that idea of the newness or the new creation of applying new creation of ideas, I expect to see dramatic improvements over the next, I mean, once we come to an actual AI, and this is just AI specific, that is enabling us to move this through algorithms. Imagine if we can actually sit there and communicate and talk with a closed loop system of a AGI. That it would be, I mean, that just dramatically change.
It'll keep you entertained while you're on Mars because you'll have someone to talk to.
Well, more important also, the idea is that we've gone at this rate of kind of like this. And then the advent of AI went boom, right? And again, this is not even AI specific. That creation
Thank you,
of us.
AI Alpha Wolf. Thank you, Walter, for all you've done and getting the word out about our show. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Absolutely, man. Many blessings and much love, man. Be safe out there. In the same sense, I think within the next 20 years, we won't have delay. I think we'll be communicating already. We'll figure out a way.
Hold it. It would require you going faster than the speed of light. And that's right now is absolutely impossible.
Communication right now, yes. But here's the thing. If we figure out a way to have, let's say, okay, how long does it take from communication to happen from us to Mars? Currently
depends on the time of year. Part of the year, it varies between 12 seconds and 24 seconds. If we're on the same side of the sun, it's shorter. If we're on the other side of the sun, it's longer. I don't have those exactly right. It's about that. But what we have done though is we have created. NASA has been investing in this, in making a resilient internet connection between the two places to speed up the data transfer, and so they can broadcast now pretty much using lasers up to 200 megabits.
Wow.
I know. And before it was like 1 kilobit an hour, or something like that. It was like beep, 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 beep. And now they have an internet connection, and it can't be TCP because we can't exchange messages. It has to be just UDP. Like send that, now send that, because the time change is so vast, and it varies. You can't. I mean, sometimes we're getting closer together. Sometimes Mars is getting farther
away. Yeah.
It's crazy to think that not only of that concept, but that somebody was planning on that.
Yeah.
And they had said, all right, on these satellites that go out, we need to work on the data. We can get 200 megabits from Mars. And there's people like in Kansas that can't get 5 megabits.
Dude, that is the other part. I sit there, I'm like, how is it that in this world, what's funny is I think Elon Musk is going to be able to probably solve a lot of those issues with why am I forgetting the name of his company?
Boring?
No, not Neuralink. His internet company. No, Starlink. Holy crap, that's what it is. Starlink. I think it's going to be crazy because he already knows he's going to need that. I think what will happen is we'll definitely have interplanetary. I want to say maybe like there. I mean, why am I forgetting the name of these things?
Routers.
But no, not rockets.
No, routers.
Routers, but yeah, but those routers would basically have to be, let's say, the holy moly, why is my brain blanking, dude? Because we've been on here for 2 hours. That's why.
Once again, I got fooled. I looked down. I'm like, oh, we're coming up at 2 o'clock here, so we've been on an hour and a half. No, I'm in Central Time.
No,
we're coming up on 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
right.
Almost 3 hours.
At the top of the hour, we gotta turn this off.
Yeah. So the other question is, because it's the bull market, and I'm gonna put Tom here on blast. I mean, we've been talking about this of maybe doing 2 to 3 shows a day to increase our engagement, also pick up new viewers. And so I'm hoping that we can get on here more and be able to pull up more viewers, and hence get a much broader audience. And so as that happens, it could very much increase our viewership, hence allow us to be able to actually make and bring in real advertisers.
There's Arcade. Arcade is pushing the first seasonal meme coin with Santa out there.
If
you want to check out a seasonal meme, hit up Arcade.
He actually sent me it. Let me.
Yeah, he sent it to me too. Oh, he's shilling it.
Shill it, baby. Shill it.
Shill it.
Shill it. That's what this is what we're about.
You can bring the chart up here. Might as well do it.
Do you have the contract?
Yeah, hold on.
Go ahead and grab that for me. While Tom is doing that, I want to thank all our viewers on all the platforms. Thank you guys again for coming in today. We appreciate you immensely. If you have any questions, any concerns, or even topics that you would like us to even research and look up, please let us know. We're always willing to see what you guys want to look at and really kind of go into, whether that is more political stuff. We have no problem blathering about that and pontificating what potential things might happen, and or if you want us to check out crypto stuff or even technology stuff. I love technology. I love reading about it. It's one of my favorite things. So please.
I dropped it in TG.
Got it. Got it right here. Thank you so much. Please let us know, especially you guys over on Rumble. We're here to also help as well. Now, go ahead. Let's go ahead and look at these guys. So you guys are pretty recent here. Alrighty, okay. So you guys, a nice little push up here. Your fare is boom. You guys, liquidity already at 22,000. Not bad. Market cap 81,000. Cool. Where did you guys launch off of? Was it launched off of Dex Tools, or was it Radium? Pump.fun. Yep. Yeah. Let us know what's going on with that. Total supply 14 mil. Small amount, but hey. Wow, 24-hour volume, 451,000. Not bad at all.
It burned 86% of the supply.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is going to be a seasonal one, that's for sure. Yeah, let's see like the 5-minute chart or something like that.
There we go. 5 minute.
Those of you watching on Rumble, why don't you hit that like button there? Get us some more likes.
Here we go. Boom. Where are we sitting on likes over there right now?
3.
Dude, 3. There we go. I'm happy with 3. Thank you guys for I really appreciate that. It's better than what we've had. Oh, what just happened here? There we go.
Not Santa.
All right, and this thing just totally douched out on me. Come on. There we go. All righty. There we go. Looking at this, it's looking fairly good, man. Legit. You did have a bit of a lot of sell-off going on right here, but that, this is your second day, so people are taking taking initials out. So they went from 0.5 to 5. So it looks like they did a 10x. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now that we're coming up into the bull market, a 10x will be like, I'm on 100x.
Only made 100 grand on that one.
I know. And then we get into the next bear market and we're scraping just for a 2x, right? So I love this, dude. I freaking love this, dude. It's game time. So look, you guys, I would say there's a pullback here.
Retire by Christmas. Thank you, Santa. What did Santa bring this year? Fat stacks of cash, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Do you believe in Santa? Yes, I do.
Do you believe?
Is he from the North Pole? Nope. Santa's from Radium.
Santa's from Radium, baby. All right, guys. So this is, if I'm going to get in right, I'd be looking at this hour chart here. It's looking fairly good here. So this area between that 34 or 00 to 34, that 00 2880. If I am going to be looking to get in, this is where I'd be getting, and potentially that right there is a good buy area. I would also potentially look.
Arcade, check your DMs in TG.
Yeah, so if this thing closes green, I'd expect to see another leg up. So expect to see this thing go up. If this thing closes red for the day, then expect to see us come down to this lower level here on that 2 hour and potentially see it push, come back in and to push up. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just because we're in a bull market. It does push everything higher, right? So it's one of those things I always say. And why can't I find my SMAs? Here we are. There we are. Ooh, that totally scared me, dude.
That's awful.
I like the second one, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. We are coming to the end of the show.
Here we are.
Tomorrow, we're gonna have a new. We'll have a new crypto swamp creatures episode on Thursday for you. They're another good episode by them. It's in edit right now. It'll be out. It'll be out later. Be debuting it on Rumble first, and then the YouTube one will be following the show on Thursday. Programming note there, and then Friday, of course, we will have. As usual. How's it called, Pedro?
That would be called Full Rant Friday, where you can come over on X, and you can rant your rant about crypto, whatever is bothering you, what is ailing you, what is the thing that is frustrating you the most, which I don't think we're going to have a lot of rants. I think we're going to have a lot, either you come and sing your praises or you sing your rants. So we're in full-blown bull market area here. We are pushing up, and this baby is pumping. So it's going to be real interesting to see as we start to move forward here where this baby goes. How high is it going to go? I think, again, personally, we're going to see a Bitcoin at $200,000 to $300,000 potentially, because, well, institutions are getting involved, plus governments are getting involved, and it's about to get nutty. And then from that moment on, we could see another pullback of probably Bitcoin 50%, 60%, and then again, just bear market 3 years, and then another explosion. So I'm excited. I am excited to see a $200,000, $300,000 Bitcoin. Shout out to all you guys out there watching us over on Rumble as well as YouTube and X. Thank you so much for watching us. Sooner or later, we're gonna. If you want to catch more stuff of us, are we still streaming over at Fire TV?
It's not live; it's video on demand.
All right. So if you guys go to video on demand at Fire TV, you're going to go through. You can actually pull up many of our old shows where I've called the market, and you can check us there. You can actually have us playing live.
You want to watch 2-hour shows from 2023, 22? They're there. You got to search for on Fire TV. You do a search for DYOR Media. You add the app in. How they do it there, it's dumb. It makes 9 extra steps to do it. It's not like Roku, which adding a channel is very simple. Amazon makes it difficult, like they make everything difficult.
Would you tell me how
but
you
we're
really
there. All our episodes are there, and we do have people watch the shows on there. We have consistently 5 to 10 views a week.
Oh, impressive. Well, you guys, new guys over there, you can check out some of our old stuff where we've called the market, where we've talked about certain things. My biggest claim to fame is that literally, anyways, we're not going to go into that. So we have a couple areas here you want to be paying attention to. One of the areas here.
Sorry, Pedro, I pulled the charts. Oops.
Oh, never went over Santa here.
All right, well, we can put Santa. We can finish it off with Santa.
Can I finish off with Santa here? So I've got a couple places here, guys. We're probably going to see a pullback down into these lower levels here of that 34 area. But again, this area here, if we see volume start to come in big time, then I would expect to see it push to the new all-time highs as we come down into our lower area here. That's in a nutshell. Thank you very much. I'll be here all day. So, okay, I am going to lay down for a bit. You guys have a great day. Thank you for your support. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. All you guys have been watching us. We're here pretty much every day, besides Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, whereas Friday we do a thing. But we're here basically from 12:30, ranging to about 2 to 2:30-ish. So come and enjoy the comedic antics that me and Tom play, and with slapstick humor, old 90s, early 2000 movie quotes. And good time had by all.
Lots of old time movies that you youngsters don't get. But anyway, someone needs to teach them. Might as well be us, Pedro. Tomorrow we're going to talk. We'll talk. Well, whatever the crowd wants to talk about. But we'll start off trying to talk about a transition from President Joe Biden's administration to President Trump to see where the initial rumors are about who is going to get appointments that would aid crypto. See what kind of people are starting to talk about what bills may be put into the first new Congress that will be crypto friendly, including the Bitcoin Reserve Currency Act, or whatever they're calling it. Some good things coming out. I'm interested to see who Trump's going to be appointing to take Gensler's spot. Also, who the Senate is going to put in charge of the Senate Banking Committee, which is very important for us because now that Elizabeth Warren is out, just like Maxine Waters 2 years ago, out. See ya.
Thank you,
goodbye. Good things are going to come out of that, and they'll be able to get some bills passed. Democrats will still be able to filibuster, but some deals will be made, I'm sure. I things will start moving through. Hopefully. But anyway, Pedro, it's been a good show. We had a good show yesterday as well. The views are up. The strange thing is we still have more viewers on Rumble than we do on YouTube.
Nice.
Thank you very much to the people at Rumble.
Absolutely.
I can't remember the CEO's name there. Chris? I think his name is Chris. I'm going to get it wrong. Anyway, thank you very much. I know we're on the top of your mind here, getting our show the most views possible. when Crowder and crew only had, I think he had 2 million people watch his show the other day.
Only.
Yeah.
Holy
2
million.
You watch the number of people watching, and it's like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 40,000, 60,000. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
The chat's like, just setting my monitor on fire. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Hopefully Pedro and I will have that problem someday.
We will.
Because we know in the bull run the views just kind of go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go crazy. But that's all we got for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some closing kick tracks out here.
Again, thanks for coming in, guys. We appreciate it. Again, tomorrow we'll be on at 12 to 12:30 ranging, and then we'll probably be on for another 2 hours. Again, we ask you, look, share us, push us out there, tell your friends about us, tell your grandma about us, even tell your children about us, and I'll make fun of us because those generation, what is now? Is it Generation Z or Alpha?
It's Generation dipshit. That's all.
Stop that. I love these kids.
Sorry, you did.
Listen, I work with them, okay, and especially you call it all just the normal kids. I work with the ones in the foster care, and they're amazing. They're
the smart ones. They're the ones like, I need to better my life. The other ones, I'm talking about the young ones that are just woke and want everything given.
Yeah, that's not foster kids. If anything, things get taken from them, they gotta fight for it. Give that to me. But anyways, any of you guys over on Rumble, I work with a lot of foster kids. I am myself am a product of emancipation out of the foster care system, and so I got a heart for foster kids because I relate with them a lot. So I'm gonna get all weird and sentimental. Anyways,
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's the show for today. We'll see you tomorrow. As always, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, on behalf of myself and my wonderful co-host, Pedro Garcia, over here.
What's up, my
everyone,
friends?
have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. So be there! Hit the right button this time.
You did it, dude.